evaluators learn more about their speaking and about speaking skills by evaluating somebody else. It's along the lines of, if you really want to be a great skier, race. So a little bit of competition, but evaluating helps you hone your listening skills. Our first evaluator tonight, Mark Morden, will be evaluating Forrest Salih's speech. So please help me welcome Mark.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and several guests and for us. I like this topic. I'm one of those people who always wants to know why. So I was looking forward to hearing this speech when I saw the title. What I wanted to do, instead of doing, this is what you did good, here's some suggestions, here's what I liked, I'm going to kind of just go through your speech and do that as I go through your speech. And then at the end, talk about bodybuilding. That was the topic of the project. So your introduction, you started in, kind of just started right in. And I was getting a little concerned that I missed something, but what you did good and what I liked was after you kind of went through the introduction, set it all up, then you stopped and said, all right, this is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to go through what people do poorly, what they do right, what you can do. So I'm glad you did that because I was starting to get a little bit lost. And that helped out. One thing that could have pumped your introduction up a little bit was to start with something a little more interesting, like an interesting fact. You could have a fact about people that do data research and people that don't, or some industry fact would have been that interest grabbing according to what you did. What I liked in your wrong and right sections is you gave an example, you gave an example, you gave an example, and then you explained what those examples meant. That is a good way to keep people's interest and help them understand what you're talking about. If you just start in with, you do this, you do this, you do this. Here's some examples to illustrate why. Then they've forgotten, wait a minute, what was this supposed to relate to? It's better if they have the examples. It's like a little story. Keeps their interest. They remember that better as you give them summary. So that's a good organization technique. I like that. Having laid out your speech in the introduction, when I got to the actual transitions between topics, you're a little too subtle. You can be a little more clear about, okay, we've talked about this, now let's talk about companies that do things right. And in the end, you ended with the sales pitch, which that's fine. It's better to explain this as if you're educating the client and then explain how we can help them. And it gives them a call to action in a sense. If you want to get involved in this, talk to us at your next step. So I think you did that very well. Now the purpose of the speech was body movement. One thing you did, which I liked, was you used body motion by location. So you started out the introduction here, first part you moved over here, second part here, third part here, and then we came back to the pitch, you came right here. Helps us follow the speech, and I mentioned the transitions were a little subtle, but I was able to see, okay, he moved, so I think, okay, let's move to the next section. What you need to improve on your young speaker, is make sure you gesture with a purpose. You tend to gesture in rhythm with your talking. And that in itself isn't adding anything to the speech. Think about what you can do to add to the speech. Their sales just blossom. Something like that. You're illustrating that. Make sure your gestures illustrate what you're talking about. But what you did do that I did like, going back to your movement, you moved from the audience point of view left to right. Most of us, it might be, we're standing up here, we're backwards to the audience. So we might talk about a timeline going this way, because that's right for us. But for the audience, it's backwards. The fact that you went, from your point of view, right to left, means the audience is right. So, good speech. I enjoyed listening to it. And would suggest, I'm over my time, but a good book is called Start With Why. I don't know if you've heard of it, Simon Sinek. It's this whole idea about start with